Hey guys, it's me and welcome to a short video regarding Arcueid loop. So as you already know at this point, she is your anniversary servant, 7th anniversary servant for this year. And as a Tsukihime fan or Melty Blood fan Melty Blood fan, Arcueid is really like good servant for me. It's like wow, like a big surprise for me now that she's here. So yeah, most of the people are considering about the looping or the 3-turn farming considerations for her. So I'd like to do a short video about the minimum setup that she needs in order to loop. Okay, so we'll go there right away. So the good thing about for Buster Servants is you don't really need the NP gain stuff. You could throw away that NP gain calculation. You just need the battery servants that will give you raw NP charges. Okay, so whether you go whatever class might be, so you could still do the loops, 3-turn loops at least for farming purposes. So unlike before where, if it is an art servant, you still need to do this NP gain stuff like for assassins, you consider it, and also for berserkers. But now, since it's a buster AoE, no problem. Just dive to it right away and just check the HP of the mobs, and you'll go easily by that. She will fit perfectly for the double koyanskaya system. As long as the first skill of koyanskaya is maxed, then you're good to go for the 3-turn NP loop. Now, as for Arcueid herself, she needs a minimum at least to max out her S2. Why? Because that will give her 100% NP charge, so she could do her own loops by yourself at this first turn and third turn. This is essential. The command code this particular command code is very essential. The Atlas uniform, because of the skill tree which reduces the cooldown. So how will you play out the Arcueid loops is make sure that the first turn you pop right away the NP charge or S2 for Arcueid. That will give her 100% NP charge. Then turn 2, you will need to use the koyanskayas of both of the koyanskayas first skill. Skill 2 and skill 3 is just like an icing of a cake if you want to multiply the buster damage. But as for the cooldown, it's necessary to use S1, so that will give Arcueid another charge to complete her NP, and that will reduce the cooldown by 4 counts. So after which, coming to the third turn, you will need to use this particular skill tree over here to reduce further the cooldown, and that will free your S2 again, ready, available for use, and another Noble Phantasm to charge with. And as for the CE, it's up to you. Why? Because if you select a CE which has a battery on it, it will be wasted, because Arcueid can charge herself fully with S2, max out the S2 skill or S2 skill 2. So I better suggest to use this particular CE here, which is the Black Grill. So if you have a max MLB Black Grill, that's better for more damage. But I always suggest MLB, but you could do with any other stuff. Like there are some you could go with the Devils, but you could go with you could also go with the CE in order for your NPs to be leveled up, so that will deal also further damage. Okay, for this one, you could try to You can play it in a different ways, but I'll just play it on how I do it. So first is you need to pop in this one. You need to pop in S2, so you'll have a 100% NP charge. So that makes you get available for loops. So what do I do now is I have the option to use S2, S3 Koyanskaya's, the both of the Koyanskaya's skill to amplify the damage further. Do that. Okay, the only thing with Koyanskaya's S2 skill is it gives stars. So depending on which mob you are taking on, so you could use the S2 Koyanskaya's S2 skill later on, depending on how high the mob's HP are. So you'll be able to try to insert that damage just in case the NP doesn't make it count. So you could slid off some further damage. But for this, since we're just farming it easily, so I will like to stack it up now. Again, up to you. You could stack it up later on the higher MP mobs, HP mobs, or you could stack it now just to make the farming easier. Now for turn 2, it's pretty straightforward. You just need to pop Koyanskaya's S1 skill and make Arcueid loop again. There you go, another NP. Okay, the final one's just okay. Before you see that the Arcueid's S2 is now reduced to 1 turn cooldown. That's why this will come into play. That's the skill down reduction. The cooldown reduction. So there you go. You have your fresh stack again. And depending again on the HP mob, you can either use now here Koyanskaya's skill 2 and skill 3 in order to amplify the damage. Plus the stars if you want to create a mighty chain or a quick mighty chain, mighty chain, or if you want to have a crit. But for me, it's just pop all of them easily. You can just do it like that. There you go. That's your 3 turn for Arcueid. So that's how you do your Arcueid looping. Okay, so in this particular setup right now, it's an alternate or it's a modified version where Miss Crane comes into play and using the 3 turn Arcueid setup. However, you could use Oberon. You could just switch, or you could just switch them, but for this, I'll just use Miss Crane, and you could still enable to enjoy the looping with the modified damage. Same trick, but there will be some little changes, or some changes on how the loop will work, and we'll do it right now. So still same S2 pop out, get that MP charge. Now here's the tricky part. If you max S2, this particular S2 of Koyanskaya, so you'll have the 20 stars which Miss Crane needs in order for her to do her Noble Phantasm. So you could do it right now, put it to Arcueid, but able to retain the stars. I mean, this one bonus of damage. If you want to pop all of them, do so, but Miss Crane needs a kaleidoscope to do it. This one as well. This. And this one, Star Generation for Arcueid. And this is how we play it. You put Miss Crane first. She will leave the field immediately after the Noble Phantasm, which which gives opportunity for Arcueid to buff her Noble Phantasm damage. So we'll do it right now. Okay, so after that, you will arrive at the same situation that we have earlier. So you still have the double koyanskaya here, and with your first skill still intact, use it to Arcueid, get that NP charge going. Then use again the Buster Amplifiers for Arcueid. Same stuff, different variant, but same setup. Still 100 charge again to the NP. Card will do. If you followed all throughout the video, still now same setup again. Up the skill cooldown, and you'll free again of 1 charge per skill. Then pop everything since last turn. Do everything. That's Ash. You want to go for the mighty chain? So that's your looping demonstration to Arcueid's looping. It tries to make it simpler by using the double koyanskaya all throughout without any plug suit. Why? Because of the time. So if you are farming, you need efficiency. So if you, as Smasher wants to stick with the double koyanskaya without subbing one out or doing so. And that's it for this video. So I hope that this guide helps, and I just made it like to make it simple so everyone could have fun using Arcueid. So again, probably good for farming. She could loop, I mean, in a weird way or a different way, and yeah, you could enjoy her. But challenge quest, you might to tweak some settings.